Hey everyone, this is Late Night with Cap. Thanks for showing up tonight, Wednesday night. And we're ready to get started here. I got a pretty cool guest coming on to join me in the craziness that happens on in this hour of show. We have a lot to do for you tonight. We're going to talk about, of course, bad graphic design, like always, and then we're going to have a little bit of Bigfoot, another cat freakout video, and then, of course, the main topic, which is the runner-up of the poll that I had 2 weeks ago from the true story of Jaws, which we did last week, and this is going to be, the missing 411 story. Sorry, that's hard to say. Um, so before I bring on my guest, I want to just do a couple announcements. First of all, just a reminder to everyone, if you don't really like coming on YouTube, you can definitely follow me on Rumble. But the show comes on like within a day or two over there. It is delayed, so you can check me out there. So if you miss it on live, I know I enjoy you coming live. Trust me, I do enjoy that. But if you do miss me and you want to give some support over the Rumble, you can definitely go over there. Also, over at the After the Weekend show coming up soon next week, me and R2, he's in the chat somewhere. I'm pretty sure of it. We are reviewing the A-Team TV show, so we're trying something new over there. So hopefully we can go over there, and you can go over and join us on Monday night as we review the A-Team, the TV show, the original one. We got missing, horror 111. Yeah, sorry. Well, tonight we do have a guest that she's just getting started on YouTube. We've all been there, right? A lot of us had some of us in the chat have started our channels pretty recently or a while ago. And so I just want to give her a big support, a warm welcome. And this is Nomi. Her channel is Nomi The Only, right?
It's actually Nomi Without You. Everything is just
Oh,
Nomi Without You, and then my Twitter name is Nomi The Only.
okay. So that's okay, because your Twitter one says Nomi The Only. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's just like my display name, but my handle on Twitter is also Nomi Without You.
Okay. Do you know a lot of Nomis?
I see that nickname is starting to get popular, but that's been my nickname my whole life, and it's up until now my adult life where I'm starting to hear more of it. But
Okay.
yeah,
All
I'm
right.
the only one though. That there's only one.
Oh, well, there you go. So it matches your name. That's pretty cool. I've never met a Nomi, so
Yeah, well,
I've
you
known
can.
a
There's a
Naomi.
Yeah, Naomi is not my name, but a trick you can always remember is you don't know me.
Oh, okay.
See?
All right.
Yeah, it's like
Wow,
a
you've
little
got a
play
lot
on
of
words.
yeah, you could do a lot with that with your name. That's pretty fun.
Yeah,
So you are just starting out on YouTube, right? You have
I
your
am.
and you said on the backstage your very first video is launching very soon.
Yes, my
Uh
first video is gonna launch on the 26th, which is gonna be next Thursday.
okay. Are you like super excited about that?
Yes and no, but more excited. I realized I have not made any good content. I had a perfect opportunity last week and I missed it because I everything was just a blur with everything I had to do for last week and realizing sitting down, coming to realization like I could have done all of that, but I didn't have any time to record or breathe.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna start scratch with a new idea, and I'm actually filming here and there, so I can post something for next Thursday.
Yeah. Well, just a little bit of advice. When we all get started, we really don't know what we're doing.
I've
We
heard that a
have
lot.
yeah, yeah, I had a plan. So I don't I'm trust me, I'm very recently new to this as well. Um, but just before I get into that, you already have a fan. Well, you have a
Yeah,
story about this person here
yeah,
coming up. So this is Fiznik. We'll talk about that in a second. But he said, or I don't know if it's a he or she, but it's
he,
he. Okay.
yeah.
Um, he said you've been telling a lot about us, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I told him about this stream that's happening tonight, and I introduced him to the world of G&G and Nerdrotic,
Oh,
and,
okay.
I've known Fiznik for years. He's a really good bro friend of mine.
Bro friend.
Yeah, that's what I call all my guy friends. They're my
Okay.
bros, so they're my bro friends.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and he has something pretty cool and exciting to come out as well, and I'm just happy to support him in any way, but since introducing him to G&G, I was like, you should probably be a part of this community because this is a great opportunity to really get encouraged and get involved with for people who have like-mindedness of nerdy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a pretty neat community. It spreads far and wide, and there's people who even branch off from that they they might not be like completely in with the GNG group, but they do their own side thing, and
Mhm.
there's like side groups of that. It's all we're all here to help each other be
And that's what it really is
creators.
because it, and that's why I'm starting my YouTube video because so many people just encourage me to just start something. What you said earlier, we don't know what we're doing, but just do it. And
Yeah.
that's always been kind of my life is just winging it. And so that's what I'm gonna do for my first video. And dude, it's been a great community. And you and I had a missed opportunity of meeting with each other back in August.
We did. You are absolutely right. So in August, there was a meetup for Neurotic and the Geeks and Gamers, and I went out there with a friend of mine. And apparently, when I was researching, like, because I was trying to figure out what interests you, right?
Mhm.
So I noticed that you had a photo with D-Day Cobra, and I was like, oh, that you were at the same event that I was, and we did
Yeah,
not know each other. So that's pretty funny. I thought that
it
was
is. Missed connections, like perfect opportunity, but we just wasn't in our stars, I guess. But yeah, I went to that meetup literally on a whim. I checked to see how much hotels were going to be and how much a round trip flight would be, and it was all going to be under $160. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm going to go. And met D-Day Cobra and a couple other cool people, and I could have met you, but you know what? There's going to be the next meetup that we'll meet up with
yeah,
each other.
yeah. Next one. Fiznik says you're definitely bros.
Yeah, we are bros. uh,
That's pretty cool.
he,
Uh,
I love that guy.
uh,
He's my favorite.
well, I'm glad you stopped by, and hopefully you enjoy the show and you subscribe.
You know what? I realized that I was just sharing the channel with Fiznik and other people's like, wow, I'm not subscribed to him. You know what? Like, let me just go. Wait, it does show that I am subscribed. My
Yeah,
bad. But
it's okay. YouTube
I
takes some people away sometimes.
that
And you
mama
know what? You know
season, I
what I
swear.
do for those people when YouTube takes away, I get really like mad, and I just throw that out there in the world, and hopefully I get some more subs. Well, before we
Yeah.
continue on with some other topics, I just want to say hi to a couple. There are a few, quite a few people in here. They've already said hello to you. So we got like Dreaming Tabitha
Oh,
here.
hello.
She's really great.
She's
She's
great. I love her. I had a stream with her last week with
yeah.
Tom, and yeah, she's a hoot. I would love to hang out with her more
She
often.
she is a hoot. Did you know she lives with the tree people? That's why she's a hoot. She's
Oh, that was a good one. I like that.
yeah. It's a little inside joke. So Kanoi Sasquatch is here. He's literally only here because we do a segment called Bigfoot Report.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he just wants to make sure I'm shedding a good light.
I think you're.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. um, he just wants to shed a light on. I'm showing a good light on the Sasquatch community.
Because he is out there, and we just need it. We're so close to catching him,
Yeah. So,
or at least like a good photo of him where it's not pixelated and blurry.
right. I'm not sure what this is, Tabitha. White squares. Not sure what you're trying to say there.
It looks like it could be emojis, so da, 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 da. Or just Tabitha being Tabitha.
Yeah. Thanks, Tabitha. I'm my favorite ATM member too. I tell
Oh.
that all the time. Yeah. I think JT said a dirty word and covered it up. No. I just
I,
accidentally hit the mute button.
yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
So when you're doing YouTube live, things happen. You bump into your button, or you know, things just happen.
Just got to keep it PG. Make sure the kids are not hearing any fancy words.
Yeah. So, well, here you go. Hello, Nomi.
Me. Yeah. I love that art too. That's amazing.
That's pretty funny. Um, so yeah, everybody's really excited to see you. We were on the same stream with Rogue over there on
Mhm.
the Rogue attraction. We were talking about all kinds of stuff, Disney parks and things like that. And that's when we first kind of met. And yeah, I'm glad to have you on. Now, before there is one topic you did want to share, especially since your bro is here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I wanted to bring up is my friend who's in the chat, Fiznik. He is coming out with his own book February 1st. It's going to be released in Amazon, and it's called Arc Horizon. You can find it on Facebook, and his Instagram handle is Arc Chamberlain. Um, it's a sci-fi adventure, and you know what? He gave me gave me a basic description. Let me just find that text message and then we can continue on. Everybody's just messaging me at the same time, but it is an action adventure sci-fi fantasy set in the distant future. The arcs are ships. One arc is the key to finding a Garden of Eden world. My bad. And only one girl can unlock it. She doesn't know this and becomes the most valuable and most hunted person in the galaxy. If I was to compare it to other popular media, I'd say it's like kind of Game of Thrones in space. So that sounds exciting already to me, and I can't wait to read it when it's released.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It sounds pretty cool actually. Does hopefully he can share that. You can share that with me on my Twitter account, and you can definitely find all that social links here.
Thank
But
you.
that way I can take a look at it as well. Like I said, I'm always looking for to help support artists that are just either getting started on whatever you do. And that's one of the reasons why I started this channel was to kind of like there's a lot of channels out there where people they talk about a movie or they talk about a TV show or they talk about political things, right?
Yeah.
There wasn't. I mean, I'm not in my little queue of videos. There could be people out there, right? But there wasn't really a lot of people that were like highlighting these creators that are, out in the sphere of our little internet. And I was hoping to like just interview a few of them, and I've made a lot of good friends. I'm doing that. So yeah,
Yeah. I appreciate you having me on here because what you're saying is that it's a little saturated with the political side or the comic movie side.
Mhm.
And my channel is actually going to be focusing more on lifestyle or just trying things. So I have a lot of hot takes on a lot of things of when it comes to entertainment. And I kind of don't want
Mhm.
to do that again because I'm just broadcasting to so many people who've already heard it before. So that's why I'm just going to focus on more of lifestyle. I guess like more girly things. Makeup, hair. I didn't grow up with like a good sense of fashion or beauty, so I had to figure it out on my own. So I thought like if I can make this type of content, I can
Yeah.
produce it to those who are still looking to enhance their daily life beauty skills.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. And I mean, you look like you have a cool style. You got a
Oh,
beanie
thank
going
you.
on.
Well,
um,
it did snow a foot. Yeah, it snowed a foot today here in Denver, so I'm trying to keep warm.
okay.
And I still had to go into work today, so I had to look decent, good. I had to look good, basically. And like, who's going
Yeah.
into the office when it's blizzarding right now?
Well, Rick did want to ask about do you skateboard? I think that's a skateboard.
Rick, that's actually a longboard. I
Oh,
longboard.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is in the background. Okay. um, yeah, I tell dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. Yeah, you didn't say it's 13 minutes in, Jacob, and you haven't said a one.
Wow. Disappointment, Jacob.
Yeah, he usually has like at least 4 or 5 already lined up. It's okay. We got Tim Talk here. Hey man, how's it going? Before I just want to share your friend's thing real quick because I did have it up. So here you go. Here's the cover. It looks pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, he designed that himself as well. He is a very good graphic designer, artist,
Okay. Well, he
magician
should get a
friend.
kick out of my design fail shorts.
Oh, I know he'll like laugh for
You
sure.
should you should definitely yeah, if you should definitely check those out if you're still here and and they're really funny because, like I said, we make fun of some really. And that's going to come up here in a second, but
Yeah,
I just
no,
wanted to
and
share that with your friend. That's pretty
that's his whole
cool.
banter too, is just kind of like taking jokes on really bad designs. So can't
Yeah,
wait to hear
yeah,
what he has to say on this.
yeah. Can Nomi make a beauty tutorial while on a longboard?
Whoa, that
Whoa.
is a challenge.
Wow.
It sounds. I'm actually gonna accept that challenge, but in the summer or springtime because it just snowed a foot, like a foot of
Okay.
snow today, and that just sounds like I'm gonna break an arm or a leg.
Yeah. Here's a joke. Wanted to be a doctor. I just don't have the patience. No? No.
I mean, I laughed. I did laugh.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, Rogue's here. Here he is. Okay, I'm out. People got
Oh,
more
bye,
part. I thought
Tom.
you were on vacation.
He says that, but he's like, I'm over here. I'm doing this. Check this out. Like, you should probably take a break.
Yeah. Usually Jacob brings in the good jokes, but Rogue, you should definitely stay on vacation. So this person here says, Kangaroo Rooster says, put a little skis on the longboard.
Ooh, and just kind of
Oh.
like, that's actually not a bad idea either.
You're getting a lot of ideas
I
from the
am.
chat.
I mean,
That's
this
really
is,
good.
I should write this down. This is good content stuff. Ooh, since it just snowed here, I should probably do like a makeup tutorial while snowboarding.
Just don't hurt yourself.
I probably will, but we'll see what happens.
Do you okay? So you longboard, you obviously snowboard, right?
Trying to
Okay.
snowboard. I've been here in Colorado for a year now, and I think we had a conversation on the Rogue Attraction stream that when it snows, it's just really gross.
Hmm.
So I'm still trying to get like my feel about how I feel about the snow, but there's a lot of mountains out there that you can snowboard. So I'll have to find a group of people to try to take me out there and go on the
Okay.
bunny slopes with me and hold my hand while I'm going down.
I've done it a few times. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I have done it. That's a pretty cool. I mean, so it seems like you maybe also do you hike? Do you camp? Do you anything do like that?
Try. Yeah. I would like to do it once at least since I'm living here, but as far as hiking, the people who I'm associated with, they always say, "Hey, let's meet up at 4 in the morning at the Manitou Incline and we'll go up from there." It's like, "No, thank you. 4 in the morning, that means I have to leave here at 2 in the morning to be there and get
Yeah.
up there and then see the sunrise at 6:30. See you later. I will be rolling in my bed." Like
Yeah. Peace.
I take comfort over fun.
Okay.
So I will muster up the strength to do it one of these days, but not when it's snowing. No way.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I get that. I live in a warm climate area. I don't really like the snow either.
Yeah,
Let's
lucky.
see here. Snowboarding is a rough on the knees, especially the older you get. After hitting 30, I figured I would do skiing, if anything now. Yeah, I've heard that too. I have. Um, so um, like I said, we do a segment here on bad graphic design. But before we get into that, do you play video games at all?
I do. I got myself my Switch about a few months ago, and right now I'm only doing Mario Kart. And I've saved a good amount of money so I can get Pokemon, and I guess I should get into Fortnite. But I'm slowly becoming wanting to get into the gaming side. So I guess that would be another video content. But right now, currently in my living room, I have my original N64 and I have
Okay.
still of my games there. So if I do any gaming, it's going to be the gaming that I did when I was a kid.
Okay. Have you ever heard of, do you play mobile games at all?
The only mobile games that I have is actually Pokemon Go, and I'm still active on that. But no, I don't have any other mobile games.
Okay, well, this is a game I play a lot of. And by the way, before anybody, 'cause since I know there's some new people in the chat, I do not get paid to promote this game. I just really enjoy it. I enjoy it so much, I like to talk about it. So this is Dragon Champions. It's a mobile game that you literally just you like earn characters, and then you go and fight like dragons and all kinds of stuff. So if you're really into that kind of stuff, like, and it's just like a turn-based type of game. And
Dragons are cool.
the more you level up, the more people you get, and the stronger your people go, and then you can definitely have a good time with this one. I'm actually with the Salty Nerd podcast. I'm not sure if you know who they
Yeah,
are.
they were at the Vegas meetup too.
Yeah, so I run their we call it a guild over there. So we have a guild where a lot of their fans enjoy this game too, and you can I help with that as well. So you could definitely check this game out. If you use their code, salty, you can get like a good amount of
Oh,
loot. Yeah,
okay. All right. So it's not a paid ad for the game, but you still get like promos, I guess. But
yeah, yeah.
I'll have to look into it. Like I will have to,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
I'll
they
definitely do
they do
that.
talk about me over there a lot about that game and how we run it. So yeah. So.
Nice. Well, now I'm just convinced to get the game and forget about work
Cool.
and just kind of do what I can to increase the
Yeah,
salty
Dragon
guild.
Champions. Yeah. Later on, I'll put the description in the chat if you want to come back. And if one of my mods wants to help me with that too, it's just dragonchampions.com. You can definitely check it out. Um, so yeah, people just talk about JT a lot. They do. They do.
Yeah. You're a little
They
guy.
they do so much. I have a third
If you need to know
nickname.
somebody's name, just ask me.
Who's that?
That is Beardy.
Beardy.
That's not his real name. That's just what I call
I did not know that, so I'll have to call you
Yeah,
Beardy from now on.
I was born with this. So, why didn't the skeleton cross the road? He didn't have the guts. You're
I think Jacob Ironside is starting to redeem himself with the dad jokes.
yeah. He's coming up there. He's coming back. So that's
Yeah.
good. See, look, even Tim thought it was funny. Sorry.
There's this one dad joke. I'm sure others have heard it before, but those who haven't, what's a 3-letter word and it starts with gas?
A 3-letter word that starts with gas.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if the chat could maybe guess that one.
We'll give it a second.
I think they stumped. I think we stumped them.
Dang, I really got it.
Wow,
Vex.
A 3-letter word that starts with gas.
A 3-letter word that starts with gas.
Is it gas?
It is not gas.
Air?
It's not air.
What's that? We already said it wasn't gas, cannoli. Like,
okay, y'all give up.
What? 3-letter word that starts with gas.
CO2.
Yeah. CO2. Yeah.
I mean, that is a good guess, but it's not it.
A car.
It is a car. Oh my
Hey.
gosh. My boy Fiznik, he got it.
I think he knew the answer because he knows you.
You know what? It's probably he does know me. And we do have these type of humor with each other. We just say
Coming in late here, cannoli.
Yeah, we have dad jokes with each other constantly.
Yeah. So since you got it right, Physic, yes, you got a round of applause. But I also want to give a shout out to, like I said, Nomi's doing her new channel and you're doing your book. So usually when someone do great things on this channel, you get a little cat dance.
That's awesome.
I'm glad you like that. R2 hates it.
R2 can take a hike.
Ooh, all right, very cool. All right, so let's get kicked off with bad graphic design here. Now, this usually we do like graphic arts, like bad logos, bad advertisements.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of news lately about public art lately. So this one is going to be about public art. So on another bad graphic design, like I said, this week we've been hearing a lot about a certain statue in Boston. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. And I just have to ask, was there any like focus group a part of this or anything? Because what the heck?
No, probably not. Maybe. But it's probably one of those statues where like they probably didn't feel like they could criticize it maybe, but
Yeah.
or maybe it looked good small. Like some things with design, like they look nice in their
Maybe it looked good in theory, but
or on
final.
paper,
Yeah.
right? And then when you actually build it, it
Okay, so
looks
you
kind of
know,
like
so
an
the picture on
intestine.
the I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but you know what the picture on the left-hand side reminds me of? It's those like arm pillows that you can buy and you can sleep with them. So you're like cuddling with someone. That's what that looks like to me.
Okay, that's a good one. I've heard some other ones.
Yeah,
Some say
I'm
it looks
sure I've
like and someone doing, but
yeah. We need these pixelated.
yeah, yeah, we need them pixelated. Yeah, these aren't pixelated. Sorry, Tabitha. There's no way this
Unfortunately,
looked good on paper. No, maybe not. I don't know.
I actually want to see what it looked like on paper because I can only imagine if what we see in the pictures in real life, what it looked like in a drawing.
Mhm. Well, I mean, they could have had a good drawing. I mean,
Yeah.
Tabitha says my eyes. Jacob says it's all arms. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is
It
all
is all
arms.
arms.
I
I
mean, that's
see it,
true.
but when you're from what angle are you seeing it from? If it's all arms. Like I remember there's one meme that says it looks like Shaq's girlfriend like carrying him like in that type of context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
And
th-
I
I
was
think
like after I saw that meme, I was like,
Wow.
wow. Yeah, wow. I was like, you know what? Now I can't unsee it. And I hate that.
yeah, so it kind of spurred my interest to look for other maybe there has to be other bad ones out there, right?
Oh,
That
definitely.
could be maybe worse, right? Maybe. Um, well, JT and Nomi's
I
autonomy's
know.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome. You're about to get yourself an education.
Yeah, and the only way you know one arm is a lady and the other's a man is the bracelet.
The bracelet and the ring.
Yeah.
Um, and then the female has more like a feminine look to it.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, my bro, Fizmet,
Thanks, man. Appreciate that. So
dude.
now, like I said, it kind of spurred my interest, and I was like, well, is there some other ones out there? And there's for sure there was. So the next one on the list, I'm not sure if it's a bird, a plane, or
Oh,
something else.
what is that?
I
Where
don't
is that? Oh,
know.
it's in Germany.
So this is in
Oh,
Germany. It's called the Lifesaver. I don't think this thing is saving anybody's lives. I think it's literally terrifying them into not going outside. So maybe it is saving lives. I
wait,
don't
hold
know.
on. Is that like the razor wire on top of it? Is that what it looks like to me? Like if
No, that's water. This is a fountain.
oh, okay. It looks like those
So
razor wires, like if you're trying to escape from prison.
yeah, so water's coming off the wings. It's an actual fountain in Germany
Mm.
that's
Like
made by a French artist.
a French artist?
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say like maybe like a Mexican artist because it has so many colors, and then we in Mexican culture like
Hmm.
alebrijes are like the spirit animal, so that's what I was going off of. But maybe this French artist got inspired by Mexican culture, my culture, and decided to I'm gonna build a statue for Germany
No,
like
it's French.
this.
So if you actually zero into it, if you look at it, it's a supposedly it's a bird with a lady hanging off of its chest, and the
Oh, now
legs
I
are
see it.
wrapped
Oh
around.
my god. I see it.
Yeah,
I
that's what
see
it
it
is.
now. Oh. Like
Yeah, not razor wire. Looks festive.
now, okay, like I see the outline. Wow, I thought that was just like, I don't know, a Vespar vest or something, but now I see like the red head, the
Yeah. Ah, the
that
French.
that
That
the
explains so much. Yeah.
pear booty. But yeah, okay, dang.
Yeah. So it's a redheaded lady and it's wrapped around a
And she's
bird.
wearing a onesie swimsuit because it's a water fountain, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks like one of those people who don't know how to swim, and that person's trying to like the bird's trying to guide her like closer to the water. Like, yeah, you can do it. It's only shallow water, and she's hanging on to the life for that bird. Like, no, I don't want to do it because I'm gonna drown.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very.
Wow, I'm starting to understand art now. I just had an
Yeah.
epiphany. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. She does her squats. That's for sure. Yeah, because
Mm.
she's really holding on to that bird. You know, it
I was
I,
gonna
I,
say
I
something, but I'm like, no,
go
this
ahead.
is
You can say
family.
what.
This is family
No, it's not
friendly.
family.
Oh,
This
it's not
is
family?
far from. Yeah,
Okay.
like you can.
It's
Well,
not that bad. I was like, well, yeah, like Tabitha's not wrong. Like, look at that dump truck that she has. Like, I want to know her routine.
um, you know what she probably does.
What's
She
that?
probably does. It would keep you in shape.
You got to get that cardio in. That's what she's doing.
Yeah, see, no one's seeing the lady. Yeah. Oh man. Oh my, I didn't see the lady. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like
Lots. Oh wow, that's ugly. Yeah, Wookie. Thanks for coming by, man. Hope you're doing better. But yeah, it I noticed that too when I was kind of really looking at it. That it is a lady.
yeah.
Now, speaking of ladies, I have another one. Now, this is a really famous historic lady. She is like considered one of the most beautiful women ever in history.
Mhm.
Um, and it's Nefertiti. Um,
Okay.
so someone made their own statue of her in 2015.
Hey, when if you're on a budget, you got to make what we have and make it work.
Yeah, it was so bad that the country of Egypt did an entire vote to tear it down.
Really? Wow. Like, that's heartbreaking. Like, I can only imagine what that artist went through, like, put his whole passion into it, and then suddenly, like, yeah, the country hates it, and we decided to take it
Yeah,
down.
yeah, it was in a major thoroughfare, and they, yeah, the resemblance is uncanny.
You know what? You're not wrong. I do see it. They have the same chin. They're both on.
That's a lot like Angelina Jolie tattoo. Yeah,
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 it
yep,
does.
yep. Yeah, we did a past episode. We did tattoos, and there was an Angelina tattoo that looked pretty bad. So, but yeah, this is not that. This is yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I said that. But yeah, this is interesting because the eyes, they're like it's like someone else, a thicker eye on one side. It's
Yeah,
got
one
some
looks like
other.
it's bulging out, and then the other is just kinda calmed down. The other has, like, an eye infection in her lips, like, it looks like her Botox lady kinda messed her up on the injections.
Yeah. I can't tell if someone actually threw stuff on it because there's some like dots
That's how
or
much they hated it, and they just threw random projectiles at it. They're like, "We need to take this down right now."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It looks like a mid 90s 3D computer graphics. Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be.
I
But
did
the
see
funny
that.
thing is the original on the right side there is from 1345 BC.
Mhm.
So either we're degrading our art or we don't know what we're doing anymore. So
I think we don't know what we're doing anymore. Like, what's real art now?
yeah, so I felt bad for the people of Egypt. Like I said, or you can feel bad for the artists too. They probably wanted to do something really special for their
We
country.
can feel bad for both parties, people of Egypt, the artists, because it looks like no one won. Well, besides the people of Egypt, because they got what they wanted.
That's true. So now it could be a lot worse. Now for Christmas, right? Most people, or if they want to celebrate doing something, they like to put up Christmas trees, right?
Yeah.
Large Christmas trees, and they like to put lights up or anything like that. It could you could have a large
Oh, this one. The
Christmas tree
a very yeah.
or a butt plug.
I've seen this, but I've seen this before, and like I said, like, where are the focus groups? Like, why there has to be someone in their right mind thinking about this, like, "We can't do this. This is totally inappropriate. Someone is going to see what I see," and sure enough, here we are talking about it. It's right there.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty
Yeah,
bad.
it is pretty bad, and it's, like, in the contemporary art, it's a chess piece. Yeah. It's a pawn. That's what it is.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know if this
Wait,
was a part
okay.
of a art festival, so I don't. It's not probably there anymore, but I
Well, I
did think
see
that was
that
pretty
it's
funny.
did Paul McCartney create this tree?
No, I
'Cause
think it's a
that's what it
different
says.
person. Yeah, it is, but I don't know if it's him.
Okay, because I was just to say, like, Paul McCartney, the number one, like, greatest band member in the Beatles and in our generation of music, came up with this. Like, I'm I'm disappointed, Paul. Very disappointed and
Yeah.
appalled.
Well, Nicole might be right here. Someone had a sense of humor, decided let's just do
You know what? Me being the jokester that I am, I probably
it.
would try to like do something jokingly, but nothing to this extent.
Sniff
Oh
it
no.
and see if you can
No,
figure what.
no, no, no. No.
No.
No.
Okay.
Uh,
Wait. This is this? Are you like copying comments here? Like, is this the? Oh, okay. I see what's going on.
oh, okay. I see.
Another Yeti has showed up. So.
Which we might be talking about Yetis in the later in this
Um,
stream.
All likes to plug holes.
Mm.
Interesting. Thanks.
Yeah.
Never dear the. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for showing up, LNWC Show. Good to see you. Thanks
I'll
for
have to check
stopping
you
by.
out.
Yeah. I was on the wrong account. Oh, you were using.
Sure. It's like those people that text me like these long, especially like guys, like long text messages, like how much like they feel. And then I just read it a few seconds later. Sorry, wrong number. Sure, who is this really meant for? Because I definitely feel attacked. And I do know that you are directing this towards me.
Yeah. Let's see here. Man, I wonder where that went. Oh, Wookie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. And we got inside the booth here. Hey, man.
Oh,
How's it
hey.
going? That's Tabitha's co-host over there. So, or it could be Tabitha.
I've seen them around, so I'm gonna have to give them a follow.
Yeah, they're a good group of people. Mhm.
Yeah.
It looks like the Yetis are fighting in the chat.
How dare you not believe me, and how dare you expose my text? That was private. I got, you know what? This is the internet. What place to air out your dirty laundry better than the internet?
Yeah, LNWC, it's supposedly a tree.
Yeah.
Of some sort.
Lack lights though.
No lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, well, there you go. There's bad graphic design. Your first one.
Yeah. You know what? I had good laughs, and I just think art. I just think art is just failing in the society that we live in and this generation that we're currently in right now. It's just only praying to the Lord that it can be revived with real talent and more focus groups.
No, it's true. And if you, like I said, we kind of talked backstage about this, but I have done some logos for some other YouTubers out there.
Yeah.
And so again, if you want to. If you go to the Linktree link and or in the description, you can. I have my own. I have two Instagrams. I have one for the channel, and then I have one for all the artwork that I've done for people. So you can definitely check me out there. It's in the description down below. I like how Dan shows up when you're showing his picture.
Who's Dan?
Dan is inside the booth.
Oh, okay.
So this is Dan, if you want to know who I think.
Well, now that I know.
Yeah, it's kind of related to what we're going to talk about later on.
It's Bigfoot! Could you back up a bit, Mr. Foot? You're out of focus.
That's something that Tabitha would say, honestly.
It is, yeah.
Like, I can't get what I want. You need to back up. And she would say it in that kind of tone, in that context, too.
Yeah. So another little segment we do on here is called Captain's Freakout. Now, or Cap's Freakout video. So this one's a favorite. Sometimes it makes people squirm. Some people it makes kind of people freak out.
Okay.
Hence the name, right?
All right.
So hopefully you're not too squirmish.
I'm not. I have a pretty good stomach, but bring it up.
So this guy, a few weeks ago, I think last year sometime, we had a clip of a person who really was in love with his boot. This person is in love with his rat. So.
And you know what? I have seen this before. Stop. Like, does he think like he's the mother and just like trying to bathe him, or is he that really like
he's washing him
in love with his rat? Because I used to live in New York City as well, and this is the type of stuff that I would see in the subway going home. Like,
oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so so that's why I'm like, I have a pretty strong stomach. I've seen things that no one really has seen before, and you know what? Nothing surprises me.
Yeah, Splendor needs a bath. They get him pretty dirty.
And get him some pizza too.
He's marinating it. Oh, really?
Ugh,
That's
Tabitha. I like
uh,
I've spent some time in India too, and I know like I think rats are considered a deity, but they don't shoo them out of their homes or their restaurants. They literally have like a tray of milk outside of their house or the restaurant, and the rats would just drink the milk. So I don't know. That person might have just really took in with the namaste life and fell in love with
yeah,
that
maybe
rat.
it's his best friend. So
Yeah.
maybe.
I mean, my best friend is my dog, but the best I can do is just like, all right, we're gonna go to the doggy spa and give you a bath.
you don't lick your dog.
I don't lick my dog. Mm-mm.
Well, now it's time for our main topic. So this
Okay.
is, like I said, I did a poll a few weeks ago on what topic we can talk about on my previous episode,
Mhm.
and there was the true story of Josh, which I did last week, and then there was the missing 401 stories.
Yes.
They were so close in the poll, like literally by 49, 48%. That I was like, I'll just do the missing stories on my following episode, and that was you. And
Mhm.
so, yeah, we're gonna talk about some of the some weird ones of the missing 401 stories. And these are all adults. I know there's children or kid stories, and that's I'm not gonna cover that one those because those I have my own
Yeah.
thing myself, and I don't want to really.
Let's do the adults because they're grown up.
Yeah. It's still sad, but it's even sadder when the kids go missing.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go over some of these stories, and later on, I'll cut this out, and this will be a separate video. So yeah, it should be great. Um, so the first story is Stephen Kubiak. This is in 1977. I don't know if you know any of these or you've heard any of these stories.
I tried to do
Do
my research before I was gonna join this, but I'm more intrigued of like the stories that you found, so we can dive
okay.
into it.
Okay, so 1977, he was 24 years old. He was a country skier, so you know about skiing.
Yes.
So he was going around Lake Michigan, right? Once he reached the edge of the lake, he decided to take a break, take off his skis. He sat down. When he got up to leave, his tracks were gone, like where he was walking from,
Uh-huh.
and he became lost. The last thing he remembers was walking through the snow, feeling numb, exhausted. Then he blacked out. In a blink of an eye, it was spring. Well, he blacked out in the winter. He woke
Uh-huh.
up when it was spring. He was lying in a grassy field in the middle of a forest, wearing clothes that weren't his. Sitting next to him was a stranger's backpack containing running shoes and glasses that he did not bring with him.
Okay.
He hiked to the nearest town and asked a local resident where he was. They told him he was in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. So he went missing
That's
in
a long
Michigan,
walk.
and yeah, and went to Massachusetts, 700 miles away, where he had been skiing. His aunt and father lived there in that same town. So he knocked on his aunt's door. His family was shocked, hugging him, asking where he's been. He was missing for 14 months.
Jeez.
But in his mind, he was only gone for.
Like a day.
You ever done that when you fell asleep, right? You fall asleep and you're like, oh my gosh, like where did the time go,
Oh
right?
yeah, that happens to me every day almost.
This dude did like 14 months.
Yeah. Like
Yeah. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Look, bringing us together. That's awesome.
are you the missing link?
Yeah. Hey, Miss Martin Muse. Good to see you. Like I can't quite explain this one. It's kind of weird, right? Before I continue on the story, what do you think happened to him?
Man, I don't know. I can be jokingly about it, or like I really do believe like he did not plan any of this. But if you're in the forest and you wake up in a grassy field, my only thought is just like how much shrooms did you take?
Yeah, but he was 700 miles away.
That's true. He did relocate, but maybe you're that far gone on whatever hallucinogen
Yeah.
when you have the energy just to go and walk and find your own path, and somehow you're 700 miles away from your
Yeah, I'm not gonna
original.
say aliens, but
Yeah.
aliens.
But as far as that, like I don't know. That's super weird. I wonder if it was like a medical condition because I've heard people like would just zone out and realize that they were doing something else that they weren't conscious about.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's what some of these people say. So when Kubiak had first gone missing, the search team found his poles, his skis, on the edge of the lake. So they found all his stuff, but not him. There was only one set of his footprints leading toward the water, but none walking away. They can only assume he drowned himself in the freezing lake, had been missing for so long. Everyone assumed he must have been dead. The official explanation is that he had amnesia and that he was wandering in a fatigued state 700 miles. But even
Mhm.
doctors are baffled by this case. It's incredibly rare for someone to lose their memory for such a long chunk of time. Now he's written a book about this because he's still alive. He's written a book. He's gone to universities and talked about this. So many unanswered questions. It's like it's always studied in like psychology classes. So this is like one of
Yeah.
the first like popular missing. S- some people in the chat here are saying that he was probably probed from aliens. Rip Van Winkle. Yeah, maybe.
To
So
what he thought would be a day, but to the extraterrestrials, it was 14 months.
yeah, I think maybe he got sucked in some weird Lake Michigan portal and
And this was
ended up.
back in the 70s, so probably the aliens didn't have GPS back then. So they're just like, yeah, this is where we found him. Here
Oh,
in Massachusetts, not in Lake
hmm.
Michigan.
That's a good theory. I like that
Yeah.
one.
That's just like my
But
thinking.
luckily, like I said, he's alive. But 14 months gone.
Yeah, and then like how I said earlier, it might have been like a medical condition and amnesia. And I
Mhm.
know when you're just dead tired from hiking, I don't do a lot of hiking, but someone close does avid hiking and she leads tours to tops of mountains and everything. And she always has tons of food, water with her because the fatigue from hiking is real, especially if you're going in elevation.
Mhm. Okay. All right. Well, that's yeah, Jacob's pretty crazy story. So now here's the second one. This is a little. This is Danny. Philippetides. I am horrible with names. You've already known that already.
Flipidus.
Philippetides.
Flipidus.
Anyways, this is
There you
pretty recent. So he went. This was in 2000 in February 2018. He's Canadian.
go. Mhm.
Again, a ski trip. Do not go skiing.
Well, this is only convincing me now not to go skiing.
Yeah, he went skiing with friends in New York. It was around 2 p.m. and they had been skiing for hours. They were getting ready to go into the lodge, and Danny said that he wanted to go on one more run down the mountain before their lunch break.
Mhm.
By 4 p.m., Danny was failing to return any calls or texts, and his friends were concerned. They began searching for him, and after being unable to find him, they told the employees at the lodge that he was missing. A team of 130 people scoured the mountain without finding him. 6 days later, his the wife received a phone call. She didn't recognize the number, and it sounded very far away and static. It was Danny's voice. He was incoherent, confused, and then hung up the phone. She called the number back and pleaded with him to call 911 for help. So he did. He had no
Mhm.
idea where he was and just described his surroundings. When the paramedics finally found him, he was still wearing his ski gear and needed medical assistance. He was holding a brand new iPhone and someone had cut his hair.
Huh. Well, that's so wild though.
Yeah,
Usually when
Canadian.
yeah, Canadians are so nice. Like he just needs help, so I'm gonna give him a phone so he can call his wife and give him his fresh haircut.
But guess where he called from? So somehow he ended up in
Oh.
Sacramento, California, at the airport terminal car rental depot. He was 3,000 miles away. Remember, he was in New York where he disappeared. He couldn't
Yeah.
remember how he got there. He had no idea what day it was. When he learned where he was and how long people had been looking for him, he got very overwhelmed and emotional. The leading theory is that he was kidnapped in the back of a big rig truck, but no proof of this ever surfaced. So,
Dang.
yeah, he was in New York, went missing. 5 days later, was in Sacramento.
Yeah. And I wonder what the temperature was like in Sacramento because if you're like skiing and trying to go down another mountain for another round, you have all this gear on you, so you're sweating profusely. But another thing too, I guess when he was leaving the restaurant or the lodge, someone might have come up behind him and said, like, does this smell like chloroform to you? And then, yeah, put him in the big rig truck and kidnap him all the way to California.
Yeah. A lot of people say typical Canadian, they just kind of wander.
Ugh.
These stories are just further proof that YouTube people can get away with anything. I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah, I can't put what R2 to say on that one.
No, I don't. It's okay.
Um,
Sometimes he eats gummies when he watches, so he gets a little weird. So
I found out he hasn't seen a lot of Disney movies, so
yeah,
he's a little
we'll
bit
probably
of
have
in my life.
we'll just cut this whole this part of the segment out because I thought he had something interesting to say. But
Oh, okay. YT equals white. So I think he's talking about white people in general.
we're moving on.
So, yeah. Sorry.
All right. So this is number 3. So this is James McGorgan. Now this is another famous one. This was in 2014. Pretty recent. So he's a medical doctor. Do you know have you ever heard of split snowboarding?
I have not.
So I guess it's kind of like they say that it's kind of like cross country skiing.
Okay.
It's like you
But
go
with
long
snowboard.
distance. Yeah, you just go long distance. So let's see here. So he came prepared with his cell phone and satellite GPS. So he was prepared. He was
Yeah.
much faster than his friends. So he said that he would wait for them at the next stop. They lost sight of him and never saw him at any of the stops along the trail. So when the search team went looking for him, they found no tracks in the snow that veered off the trail. So they had no idea where he could have possibly gone. So they're like, "Where did he go?" 5 days later, his body was 4 miles away. As the crow flies, I guess it's where they found his body,
Yeah.
which was more like a 14-mile hike. And as he would have had to climb up mountains in order to get there. His body was found by 2 hikers at the bottom of a frozen waterfall. The search party had gone over the area multiple times before had never seen him until that day. So they
Wow.
were even down there where they found him, and then they 5 days later. So
Wow.
apparently he was 4 miles away, but it was kind of like a 14-mile hike because you had to like scour mountains just to get where he was. So
Yeah.
there's no way that he would have ended up there.
That's so crazy. Like it could be like what we'll go into later on that Bigfoot probably found him and just like, I'm just gonna lay him here, hoping someone would find him.
Well,
Yeah, that's just
you could
like,
you could be true on that. So he was mangled in a strange position.
oh.
His skull was crushed, and as if he had fallen from the sky.
Oh.
He was still wearing his ski outfit and helmet, but there were no boots on his feet. He had also taken off his gloves. The search and rescue team later found his discarded split snowboard, but they never found his boots. His cell phone and GPS were still working, and he had packed a backup battery as well. They tested the area where he was found, and there was a cell phone signal, yet never called anyone for help. They say it could be accidental, but
Oh. But like that doesn't explain, like, if he fell from the sky and his skull is crushed, he probably like tripped and fell. Blunt force trauma is a real thing, so I'm not sure if someone just premeditated murder and just went at it.
yeah. Because remember now, snowboard it like splits so you can walk. Maybe he was
Oh, you're right.
walking, but again, and he slipped down this waterfall. But again, he would have had to really hike to get where he was. So maybe
Yeah.
maybe a big bird grabbed it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've seen some pretty big birds. So
Yeah, like a big eagle or something. I
like a
don't know, but
hawk, like just swooped down, picked him up, and then like, this is it. Like, have you ever seen those videos of like big, massive eagles or hawks that go after the goats on the mountain, just like grab them like they're nothing, take them all the way in the air, and then drop them to their
yeah,
death so they can have
yeah.
their lunch? So maybe this could have been
Mhm.
happening to James.
Yeah, maybe. So unfortunately, this one he did not make it, but he very
Man.
weird how this happened. So I've got one more, and this is one of the oldest kind of stories, but one of the most famous ones. This is Bessie and Glenn Hyde in 1928. So they were newly married. Um, there's even a book about these two. They wanted to take a boat down the Colorado River. I'm sure you know where that is.
Man, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So it goes down from the Grand Canyon all the way, kind of all the way down the side of Arizona.
Mhm.
So they were, yeah, so just hundreds of miles long. It's a very long river, very wild river. Like if you ever seen that movie, what is it, with Kevin Bacon, where they're on the, what is it called, River Wild?
Okay, I haven't seen that movie, but I know which one
Yeah,
you're talking about.
it's crazy. Um, so it would take like several days journey, and Glenn had prepared for their honeymoon for a long time. So this was their honeymoon, right? They wanted
Mhm.
to do this thing. He wanted to win prize money for the new speed record, and she wanted to be the first woman to ever make the trip. So it was a real big thing for them. During the journey, they would stop to hike some of the trails. They met a photographer named Emily Cobb, who took pictures of them and later gave the photos to the police when they never arrived at their destination, so they went missing. Glenn's father became very worried. He asked the park rangers to send an airplane over the river, and they spotted the couple's boat. It was floating upright with no sign of ever being overturned. Their
Mm.
supplies were still in the boat as well, but the couple was nowhere to be seen. Some people say people in the chat are saying the photographer did it.
They'll never believe me.
Yeah. So yeah, then it's pretty sad there too. The story of Betsy and Glenn Hyde has been retold so many times; it's even become a sort of a legend. Like stories of Betsy's ghost has been spotted near the river. There have been multiple theories. In 1971, an elderly woman claimed that she witnessed Glenn abusing her or Bessie, and Bessie stabbed him and ran away. This woman
Oh.
later recanted her story, however, saying she made it up for attention.
Mm.
A few years later, the unidentified body of a man in his 20s was found buried near the cabin of the photographer.
Ooh.
The man had a bullet in his skull, and it was determined that this was not the body of Glenn, but still led some people to believe that it, since Cobb was one of the last people to see them alive, he could have murdered them.
Yeah. Like it's the photographer, like, I'll do it and they'll never ever suspect that it's me.
Yeah,
I don't know,
this is another
officer. Here's
interesting
the
one.
photos. Like I took the photos and didn't see them since then. And that was back in the 20s. So, forensic
Yeah,
science wasn't that advanced yet.
yeah. They started detective work in 1928. You could lie about killing people easily.
That's true.
Yeah. You could.
Mhm.
That photo though that I showed you, I'll bring it back up. That was
Yeah.
taken by the photographer.
It's
That
him.
was the last. That's the last known photo of them.
Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But dang, this is
Uh,
like all good information because like I like this type of like
oh yeah,
mystery stuff because I'm like, what if it was this? Like try to like pin it together.
yeah. Some of them are kind of like really eerie, right? Like maybe it was aliens, or maybe it was could be a mountain lion that dragged the body or whatever,
That's mountain lions are real.
or a
And that
murder.
only convinces me not to go skiing here in the mountains of Colorado because of things like this. And I do not want to be a story like that. And if I were to go hiking, I'm going to provide a very good photo to my family and friends. This is what I look like. It's going to be a nice photo of me. So when it's all on the news, at least I look good in the photo.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if I'll be alive, but
Well,
we'll see.
nowadays there's photos of people take pictures all day long. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. There is a couple creepy ones with kids. I decided not to share any of those tonight, but there are some that are very creepy. Hey, look, my mom showed up. Hey.
Oh, hello.
Little Spidey is fully invested in all these stories you have shared, JT. Oh, really?
Oh,
Well, there
wow.
is a book. Like I said, I don't have it on hand at the moment. But there is a book. If you're interested, I'll take a picture and show it to you. R2. So yeah, there you go. Pretty
That was
sad,
pretty
but
creepy. Yeah.
pretty creepy, interesting. Yeah.
The only one, wait, what? Technically two fatalities, but
Two.
everybody just ended up in the wrong city in the wrong country.
Yeah, there's some stories out there where people literally like they're just bare naked and their clothes are just somewhere else, but they ended up somewhere.
Yeah.
So now this is a good segue to the next little short segment we do here, and this will be the final segment of the hour.
Okay.
And this is we talk about Bigfoot, and you can thank Tabitha for all the Bigfoot talk. She's very big into
Dude, I
Tabitha.
know she's a believer. I'm
Yeah.
this close to being convinced, like, yeah, like I know I
This
should probably find this person too.
so usually we show some videos or things like that. So get ready. Maybe you can debunk them. So, like I said, we do have some videos to share with you. I just want to make sure I have the video working before I get going here. But so these are sounds, because sometimes people say they hear things and it could be something, it could be something else. So we're gonna share some sounds for you here. So make sure I share the right thing here. Here we go. All right. So
Oh, I think I might know what this is. Oh, that is creepy. That's very,
do you want to hear it again?
yeah.
Okay, I think it starts like right around here.
Dang, yeah. Like I don't know. Like I can see how like freaks people out.
Yeah, well, so it could be like it might be like a raccoon or a squirrel.
It could be a raccoon because I've done a couple of hunting in my life, so hence why I do some hiking. And you can hear the most strangest sounds, and it's when elk are bugling. That's their like mating call,
Mhm.
and it's just them screaming out like, "Hey, where the girls at?" And yeah, I've heard some crazy stories, and also like growing up on a farm as well, like you can hear the most random as
Yeah.
wild. So that's what I always pin it to. But I've heard some sounds where I'm like, I think someone is in trouble.
So I have another one, and this was submitted by a fan of the channel. This was
Oh,
submitted by Sam. He loves this video. It gets him every time. He wasn't sure. You couldn't hear it? You didn't hear it, Jacob?
it was very faint in
Yeah,
my headset
it was
audio.
very.
If you put your ear a little closer to where
Yeah, it's
you,
very low. I'll
yeah,
make sure to turn up the next one. Hold
turn
on.
it up.
So, here we go. Let's do this one. So this came from Sam, and let's see if we can hear what this one is.
Here. Looks like it's holding some water. Huh?
Ah,
What do you think that was?
I don't know.
So here we'll do it again here because see
Looks
like
like it's holding some water. Huh?
Honestly, that sounds like it would come from me once I stub my toe off my table, my kitchen table.
yeah, that some people have done that. Like I think that would be a some people say dinosaur. Maybe they're
Yeah,
still
it could be.
around.
I do believe him. The
What does
dinosaurs still
Bigfoot do to keep his glutes in shape? Squats. Or fast squats. I missed that one. I was having stomach issues. Oh, okay.
Oh, that explains the smell then.
Someone got hurt. Okay.
Good,
Okay.
yeah, good description. Good
Note to
sound.
self: next time I go hiking, make sure I'm packing. Yeah.
Like what? Packing to survive, or I mean, packing a gun.
Oh, you
That's
have
the
confirmed this. Okay.
can't confirm. She stubbed her toe on my. Hey, that's true. I have done that at his kitchen table.
Bigfoot was passing a kidney stone. Okay.
That sounds
Not
legal.
allowed. Yeah, you're not allowed because you ruin the magic. R2. You really do. He likes to debunk things. He'll tell you what it really is. Yeah.
Yeah, the R2. He's such a like party pooper on these videos and
Yeah,
stuff.
but you know what? He will always stand in your corner. We've had some epic battles.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back!
It was YouTube that y'all were taking down.
Yeah, we've had some some troubles with them in the past, but we're all good now.
Yeah.
I would pack a change of pants.
Very important to have when hiking.
Yeah, it should be. But yeah, so there you go. There's some Bigfoot clips for you. So hopefully, and
Yeah.
I do have one more announcement for the Bigfoot stuff. And I do rag on R2 a lot. I'm sorry. He is a really good friend. He actually sent me. He's a big fan of the channel. But he sent me a care package.
Oh, that
And
are
in that,
too.
yeah, yeah, in that, I think it's great. What's this? When you see what he's giving me, we can applaud him. But he gave me a few things about Bigfoot. So look for a video about this. I can get the grow one, grow
Oh,
Bigfoot. Yeah.
that's so cool. I
So it's one
want
of those
one
things.
too.
Yeah, so you put it. I think this is how cannoli got made. Cannoli Sasquatch. I'm pretty sure. Maybe his wife.
Oh, just drop him in a glass of water and he just
Yeah,
sprouted
so
into
I'm
something.
gonna film this, so maybe it'll be a short or something. So
Yeah.
you can see that. And then apparently, I didn't know this existed, but it is pretty. It is. It says it's very putty gross. It's Bigfoot scat.
Oh,
So
I've being on some of those hikes, I have seen some questionable scat where I'm like, I don't know,
yeah.
this is like a
I'm
deer.
I'm pretty sure he got this from either cannolis or Yeti F's bathroom.
I'm putting it on Yeti F because he was calling me out on exposing our tweet or
Yeah.
text messages with each other.
So I do appreciate it. Yeah, scat in a can. Yeah, that's what I said. Bigfoot scat. No, that's-
Yeah.
But I want to know how you got it, or I don't know want to know how.
Yeah. He probably went to the forest himself and got it.
So I appreciate that again. Thank you for that. And then Kanoe says, R2, stop giving my stuff away or my products.
Cannoli should get some royalties off of that, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, this does kind of look like him. I mean, if you kind of zoom in there, it does look like
Uncanny, very identical. Does look
Yeah.
like him.
or his uncle or his cousin, so.
Twice removed.
Oh, look, you forgot you sent that to me? Oh my god. Okay. Well, I do appreciate everyone stopping by. We're gonna wrap it up here. So again, make sure you hit the like button, and if you want to share this with your friends, you please do. That'd be fantastic. And all you new subscribers that came in today, that was great. I do appreciate all that. You can catch these live shows every Wednesday night, unless I'm on vacation. If I actually take a vacation,
Unlike Rogue Attraction.
yeah. Or you can also catch my shorts of the design fails, and you can also check out. I'm going to start clipping out, like I said, of these the main topic videos. You can watch those. Look at your friend Biznick. Great show. Thanks for the book mention. Yeah, no problem. Hey,
Yeah.
once you get it rolling and you feel like you're comfortable to talk about it, and you may want to appear on a show, you can definitely reach out, and I would be happy to kind of talk about your book if you want to. Okay, so just wanna
He's
put
a
that
great
out there.
guy. And
He's not you don't have to show your face. You can just be you can just do the when you
oh, actually,
you can just do this and you'll be okay.
you know what? I have a great idea. I'll have to talk to him later about it if he doesn't want to reveal his face. Nick, don't worry. I'll reach out to you. But I forgot. What I was gonna say.
I would love to if you want to do it. I'm comfortable with my ugly face.
Okay, Nick.
Well, there's been plenty of ugly faces on YouTube, but it's okay. We'll be all right. So, yeah. So great show. I can't wait to see your first video pop up on YouTube. I have had a heck of a time tonight. Is there anything else you want to share or talk about before we head off?
Yeah, so my YouTube channel, my handle is literally at Nomi Without You. I believe there's links being posted somewhere here and there, but just follow my Twitter, which is at Nomi Without You, not Nomi The Only. That's where I'll be most active on my social media communication broadcasting when it comes to YouTube. And I will be posting my first video next Thursday on the 26th. I'm not sure what time. I'm still getting some content, so watch out for that. And yeah, like thank you for allowing me to promote my friend Nick. I'm excited for
Yeah.
it's gonna it I read a little bit of it and it just sounds so amazing. Um there was something else I was gonna share, but poop, I can't remember what it was. But I'm just glad that I was able to hang out with you guys or with
With
uh
everybody, yeah, it's just a fun
yeah.
show. Like I said, it's just we just have a good time. There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of movie reviews that are either positive or negative. There's a lot of political reviews, a lot positive, negative, and I just want to have a fun time and kind
Yeah.
of take a break from all that. And that's what this is. So
Like let's just take a
everyone,
break from being lectured by the woke mob and just talk about things.
exactly. All right, so everyone, you have a good night. I'll catch you next Wednesday night on Late Night with Cap. And then you can also check me out on Monday night, like I said, on After the Weekend.
Oh, I remember
Um,
what I was gonna say if I have time.
yeah, you can.
Okay. I know I was on a member stream with Max von Priestley. I don't know if you know who that is. Um, but we were just joking about my
Oh,
first video.
Max. Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
know who that is. Yeah.
yeah. I was on a stream with him a week or two ago, and I was joking, or someone in the chat was joking, saying like maybe I can get more subscribers than he has currently before I post my first video next Thursday.
Ooh.
So I'm
Well,
like,
you've
that's a
already
good
got a
challenge.
few from tonight, so
I
yeah.
did, I did. So, but that's just like a funny challenge. It'd be
He
cool if I got
I
like
usually
300.
just call him MVP.
Yep, MVP is another
Yeah.
one.
When I met him in person at the
So did I.
Colorado.
That was the first time I ever met him in Vegas.
Yeah, he gave me a huge hug. Apparently, he's my biggest fan. I didn't know that.
Really? Oh man, Max is such a good dude. I love him.
All right. Well, everyone, you have a good night, have a good week, have a safe weekend, and I will talk to you later.
Bye.